What's going on? Wait for a couple more people to get in here. We're gonna talk about passport. What happens when men return back from Brazil? What is the attitude like? I'm gonna wait till about 10 people get in here first. We got 2 people. We need 8 more people. Y'all leave a message in the chat so I know y'all in here. Three people. We need 7 more people. Share this video with somebody. Tell them I'm going live. We're about to talk about what happens when men return back from Brazil. How do you treat women after being exposed to the light, to the truth? Hello, Carrie. I seen your comment earlier. I think you're the one that you said you feel sad about how hard we have it out here as men. Oh, it's hard. That's what you see. I got the hell up out of here. Yeah, I'm a refugee. I had to flee. You need 5 more people, and then I'm gonna start talking about the topic. Share a video. Let me put it on Facebook. Yeah, elaborate on that a little bit more so we can talk about that real quick while we're waiting. Fuck, I didn't mean to put that. We need 4 more people. Leave a message in the chat so I know you're in here. Yeah, well, thank you, first of all. But I have always said looks don't matter. What's going on, bro? I know that women value looks third, okay? In the United States. In Brazil, it seems completely different. It's a day and night difference on that. Yeah, it's more logical there. Women value, yes, sir, that's good, perfect. You join the Facebook group? Women value finances first, status second, then they go for the looks. Now, maybe, hey, and I really don't give a damn, maybe my problem was because they think I look good, they have this logic of, oh, well, let me pretend like I don't like him because I'm pretty sure he's used to that, because I've heard that. I'm pretty sure you're used to getting attention from women. Okay, why the fuck are you worried about what I'm used to? I'm talking to you right now. That's not, but that kind of shit, I don't have time for that shit. And I don't have time to work my way around that or deal with that bullshit. When I go to Brazil, I like you, you like me. Very simple, very straight to the point. Either they want to fuck with you or they don't. And I call that clarity. And in the United States, we don't have that type of clarity. Oh yeah, that video blew my page up. There it goes, finally. Today. Yeah, I think that video is probably like 100,000 views. I've been getting like 200 subscribers per day. I think from that video, it's been 3 or 4 videos that people reposted that. Somebody reposted it talking shit. We need 2 more people, and then we're gonna talk about what happens whenever men return from Brazil. What happened to me personally, and what happens to other men. I got a video coming out over this that's 11 minutes long on the first, but I want to talk about it. Yes, like the page. Please like the page. Thank you so much. I didn't even think of that. Let's see if we got some people on Facebook that see it. Ask me another question in the meantime. uh, I love y'all. The comments. Okay, we got 11 people. So, I will tell you what happened to me the first time. Guys, if you're, appreciate it, man. I'll get back with you. As soon as I get through with this live, I'm going to check out, see what you said. I don't know why the women are having problems with the pH, but you know what? Here's what I do know. I don't have time for you to fix it. Not time for you to fix it. I don't care what the hell threw your pH off, but just quit whipping it out on me like that. That is rude. That is rude that women, and they claim they can't smell it. How the fuck? I think I said this in the video. That's like if I threw a piece of dead fish over there in the corner of the wall or whatever, and then it starts decomposing, and it stinks, and then all of a sudden I just can't smell it. No, I'm not buying that. But, so when I went to Brazil the first time, and I came back, the minute I was on the beach, the first time, I knew, I had been in Brazil maybe 1 hour, I knew that just from looking at it, I hadn't spoke to anybody, anything. I knew when I got back to the United States, I was done. Remember, I told you I cried because I didn't want to leave the chick at the damn train station. I don't cry a lot, okay? I can count on one hand how many times I cried in the past 10 years. So for that to happen, that was something serious. And you come back and tell people in the United States that they want to shame you for having a good time. Y'all motherfuckers are so sick over here. But whenever I came back to the United States after going to Brazil, I couldn't even see the women. Like me and my homeboy, when we got back, we text each other around the same time, just coincidentally. The women don't even look the same. One, that's probably because you know what comes with it. Okay? You know that, okay, I just got exposed to these pretty much cream of the crop women that look the best, and they're cooperative. They cooperate. They're easygoing. So when you come back and you remember, like, oh shit, I remember that these women that I thought were so beautiful and you would try to put some effort into, I'm not giving them motherfucking shit. I don't even want to talk to them anymore. I'm still like that. Like, I'll just let them pass me by now. I'll just wait. Like I said in the video, I'll wait to have sex when I get back in Brazil. It's that bad. And it's that good in Brazil. It's worth waiting. 100%. These modern women here, they are trash, right? Because they don't want, when you get around women that clean, fuck, what else did I say? Clean, fuck, iron your clothes, wash your clothes. I mean, they want to hold your hand. You can't get rid of them. You're not gonna forget that. When you come back to the United States, these women feel like, and they say it online. Let me see if I can Google it and find it. They say, we're not doing wife duties at girlfriend status. That is the dumbest fucking logic you can have. That is the dumbest logic you can have. I mean, fuck, you know what I'm trying to say. No wife duties at girlfriend status. So, that's why I always use she wouldn't even sweep the floor. I know I can sweep my own goddamn floor. Stop saying that. I sweep my own floor now, but I'm saying, if we moved in together, and I said, hey, can you sweep that up? most of these American women nowadays, and I'm saying this from experience, these videos come from experience. I'm not making none of this shit up. Most of these women will be like, I'm not a slave. It doesn't have to be perfect. And men will say something like, oh, well, she wasn't sweeping at her own house, so why? No, she was sweeping at her own house, but whenever you move women up to the next level, they get comfortable and they start slacking. Okay? They're really good when they're in the talking stage and they're not your girlfriend yet. They're on their P's and Q's. Then when they go up to your girlfriend, now a couple things fall off. I've never been married, but we have all heard that when you go up to the wife status, the sex starts to fall off. They start to have sex once a week. Let me see what it says. Yeah, the word is spreading. No, it's not bad to travel alone. You in North Dallas. That's where I stay. It's not bad to travel. I would travel to Rio alone by myself. I would, the propaganda you hear about Brazil is, I'm not gonna say it doesn't happen there, but it's bullshit. You're not gonna get robbed. As long as I wore my gold watch when I was out there and I never even caught anybody looking at it. It's just like being anywhere else. Don't be afraid to travel alone, but don't be dumb, right? Don't go around wearing an American flag shirt. Don't not know the language. Like if you're gonna go somewhere where they're speaking Spanish, know a little bit of Spanish because there are people that may be looking out for Americans to take advantage of, rob, kill, put up for ransom. You never know. But on a general level, that shit's not gonna happen. South Africa in December, man, I want to go there too. But I think I'm gonna go to Trinidad in November and Brazil in December. But if YouTube takes off and it replaces my regular income, I'm never going. I'm selling all my shit and I'm getting out of the United States. I am not playing. I would not travel alone though. You can, like I was just describing that you can, but I would not want to not experience that with another friend. It makes it a lot easier. Yeah, you're gonna bump into other Americans while you're out, but it's a lot more. It's like going out to a club alone versus with one of your friends. Same thing. As if I'm wrong for looking outside of this small box. Yeah, because like I said, it's a needle in a haystack to find cooperative, friendly, fit, good, the abundance that they have in these other countries. They're here in the United States. If you're 20 years old watching this, you'll be 40 years old by the time you find one. So it's up to you. Do you want to spend your whole damn life looking for, trying to weigh out options that are good, or do you end up marrying some shit you don't want to marry? So that's why I say there's nothing wrong. I wouldn't give a fuck about those people looking at me wrong because I'm looking outside the box. That's why I say whatever I want to online. They can say what they want about me. I'm dumb as hell. You can't hurt my feelings. It hits you slowly a couple days afterwards. Brazilian women don't understand why. So yeah, the chick I'm talking to now, she's in the United States for a few months. And well, not even a few months, more like 6 months, 7 months in total. But when I tell her, she watches my videos, she's like shocked. Like they really do that? I said, yeah, that's why I had my ass in your country. Check out, yes sir, thank you. I'm fit and I still get slow texted by fat chicks. So that's what I'm talking about. So I did a video, and I don't know if it's up there, let me see. Because I have so many videos I've recorded, like I have shit recorded up until August, 15th. So this is already on schedule. The thing with the women here in the United States is their head is blown up. And I did a video about this dude that hit up the chick I'm talking to. And he's offering her a $5,000 allowance. He says to be her emotional support, I think it was. How dumb is that? But you got dudes not doing the good looking women only like that. They're doing the overweight women that aren't cute either. So what do you have? You have these women that are not up for natural selection. You know, natural selection in science class, they taught us these women are not up for natural selection, and they think they deserve everything that the supermodel deserves. I'm not gonna say deserve, they think they have access to the same thing. Supermodels, as men we know, there are certain income brackets, certain income brackets with certain women that apply to those. Okay, you're making 40 grand a year, you're not getting a fucking supermodel. Unless if you go to Brazil where your money multiplies by 5, or Colombia or Iraq or somewhere, then you can get a supermodel, right? But in the United States, you're not getting a fucking, $5,000 is fucking crazy. And he's probably taking a payday loan out to do that dumb shit. But you're not getting a supermodel with 40 grand. You might as well hang that shit up. You got to kidnap her. So men know this, but women, they don't know this. They think that they are entitled to, it's really social media, right? Because everybody can see the perfect lifestyle. Everybody's putting on a front. My ex-girlfriend, I had bad credit, right? I had bad credit at the time when I got my car. And I didn't have too many options. I had bad credit. But you know what she says when I bring the car home? Why didn't you take me? Don't you see those couples online that go pick out cars? I said, bitch, I had bad credit. I don't get to go around picking shit like I'm in a GameStop. I travel alone, but that's what these chicks think. They all want this lifestyle. And you know what? There's nothing y'all can do about it, guys, so just let it play out. They'll be 70 years old, still in the dating market. 70 years old. Still looking for a man. Look, the DMs are fucked up. It's chicks that most men would rate a 3 or a 4 that have 2,000 unread DMs in the United States. So you can't really blame the women, right? If my DMs were like that, 2,000 unread DMs of people that's trying to fuck, I would have my head up my ass a little bit too. But they're still not logical. Women don't think logically. So what you need to do is get your fucking passport and go somewhere else. I appreciate it, man. I really do. I appreciate everybody's support, man. Like, the channel's growing real fast. I've been wanting to say this. If I cut your hair, I've been pretty much saying these same things behind the barber chair. And I just had the idea, like, let me put it online. And yeah, let's see. Yeah, I've gained 800 subscribers since Tuesday. So a lot of people are liking it, and I'm gonna keep doing it. A lot of people are liking the fact that I don't have a filter. And I only know how to not be filtered. Do they have confidence issues or something? No, he said he offered her $5,000 a week to be his emotional support. He DM'd my girl that $5,000 a fucking week. Man, I appreciate the love. Yeah, $5,000 a month in Brazil turns into 25. And the thing about so let's talk about that. So the currency conversion in Brazil, $1 here is $5 there, right? 5 reais, which is their currency, spends the same way $5 would here. So we went to this really nice Italian restaurant that, all the employees were wearing white dress shirts. It was real quiet, nice little music. It was an upscale Italian restaurant. I think it was the best one in the area. It was in Leblon. Very nice. That was the best Italian food I've ever ate in my damn life. And it was like 80 reais, which is what it would cost the United States for what I got, about $80 US. But 80 reais is divided by 5. That's what, well, it's like 15, 16 bucks. Either way it goes. That was the most expensive, 16, yeah. Thank you. That's the most expensive Italian restaurant in that city, basically. And that's 16 bucks. So we went to like basic spots, right? And I'm eating a full meal for like $3. $3, a full meal, $3 fucking. So you can eat and drink all day in Brazil off 20 bucks. So you eating and drinking in Brazil all day off 20 bucks, and you're around a bunch of women that are gonna appreciate you. That whenever you approach them, you won't be able to get rid of them. Who the hell doesn't want to be a part of that? And the thing about the women is, they know, the women in the United States, they know that they don't compete with these women in other countries, right? So what they'll do is they'll shame you. Oh, so what do you really want? So they're saying that in a way to say, oh, you're asking for too much, or they want you to be like a partner. You know, look, we're humans. Somebody has to lead. Let me just say that. Somebody has to lead, and we've never had a female president in the United States. I know this happened elsewhere, but just being honest, man. What society, I had a client say this earlier, what society or what structured, government where there's power, has there been two people at the top with the same amount of power? There's a president and then there's a vice president. There's not two presidents in the United States. There's not two queens or two kings. That's not how this works. But American women don't understand that. And just get your passport and go elsewhere. And when they realize that all the good men are gone, or most of the men are gone, or have imported the women back, they're going to have to understand. For example, I'll take something else. So I said this in a video. My mother, this is why American women foreign women should not listen to American women. I was dating a chick in Brazil. She was washing my clothes. This is the last time I went. She was washing my clothes, right? And she knew I was single. She knew that I was dealing with other women while I was there. Okay? I had already made that clear. I never lie to women. I tell them like, hey, look, I like you, but no, I cannot lock myself down right now. So she knows that, so she's choosing to fuck with me. Cool, that's fine. And you'll get rewarded if you do that. They're very unapproachable, yeah. I'll get to that in a second. But her and my mom got cool for whatever reason. I told her, stop texting my fucking mom. Stop texting my mom on Instagram. She had my clothes, she had my homeboy's clothes, and she's washing our clothes, and I think she found out because one of the chicks I was with had posted something or whatever. I don't know exactly what happened, but she was upset with me. So my mom had just so happened to FaceTime her, which was dumb. I told my mom to stop calling her. Y'all don't need to talk. She FaceTimed her, and the girl starts crying. The girl's crying, and my mom wants to know why. She tells her why. My mother, an American woman, told this woman from Brazil that I came back a second time, not to see her, but I'm just saying I saw her again a second time. Tells her, send Austin's clothes back dirty. What's going on, bro? Send Austin's clothes back dirty. And so I didn't know, I put the clothes on, I didn't know the motherfuckers was dirty. And so she told me like, hey, I sent them back dirty, and mom told me. I was like, don't ever listen to a fucking American woman on how to treat a man. And I'm sorry to say it, but my mom is single. Single women keep women single. Don't listen to single women on how to deal with your man. But hey, again, that's why you go overseas and you cut contact. Had that chick never been in contact with my mother, she wouldn't have made that dumbass mistake. That was a dumbass mistake. You sent my clothes back dirty, I should have cut you off for that. But yeah, another tip. When you guys go overseas, just because you find nice women that are cool, nice, cooperative, that does not mean you jump on the first woman and get married right away. I was doing a consult with a dude earlier. He said he's looking for something long term. And I told him that you're gonna find something long term the first day because those women are just that. They're that their goal in life is to get married. Okay, it's not to get a fucking green card and come to the United States. It's to get married and for you to come to their country, build a house in their country, and start a family there. They don't want to come to the United States. They hear about these dudes going into school shooting fucking kids. They don't want to come here. That doesn't happen in Brazil. But yeah, they don't want to come here. I had a chick I met the first time, and I knew her from Instagram maybe like a month, 6 weeks before I came out there. And the first time we got on the phone, one of the first things she says is, "I don't want to come there. I'll visit you." And even when I got there, she said that I'll visit you, but I don't want to come there. They don't want to come here like people say. Don't let that green card bullshit stop you from doing what you need to do. Where is she from in Brazil? The chick that I was just talking about that sent my clothes back there, she was from Salvador, but she was living in Rio. I gotta make my way out there to Salvador too. Next time I go to Brazil, I think I'm gonna jump to both cities. Yeah, with your salary in Brazil, you'd be rich, right? So yeah, if you're making $2,000 a week in the United States, you're making 10 grand a week in Brazil. That's why the key is to get passive income or online income and make the middle class American money, and then you go over there and you are doing a damn fool. They treat like royalty out there in Brazil. I'll never forget going there the first time, not knowing what I would expect. Last day, going back to the States, I was going back. Yeah. They treat you like royalty out there. They treat you like royalty. I've had women rub my back without me asking, rub my feet. It's different. So the women in the United States are unapproachable, yes. I was talking to one of my friends about this, and he was in Sao Paulo, and he was just saying about how all the women would send a choosing signal, like a dead ad, like you can't miss it choosing signal, right? Or they would come up to you. That's real. In Brazil, either they will show you where you can't miss it, or they will come speak to you. In the United States, we have all been out, and a chick sent some strong eyes toward you. You couldn't miss it. And then you go over there, and then she's basically giving you the vibe of get away from me, or why the hell are you over here? Nobody's dealing with that bullshit. Those motherfuckers just want validation. Don't give it to them anymore. Get your passport. Yes, they have a really big fitness culture, and I love it. Brazilians are very family oriented, so they see it as an honor to meet your family. Family is very important to them. Yeah, I could definitely agree with that. I could tell by the way how she talked to her, because she kept in contact with her a lot. But Brazilian women do not need to talk to American women. That'll fuck them up. I've been in the U.S. for 20 years, and it's hard to have an American women friends. They wouldn't get any of my values, traditions, and views. So that's why I put the video up. That if you do bring a chick back here, don't bring her to the women in your family. Okay? Because, like I said in the video, more than likely, the women in your family, if they're from the United States, they are damaged women. Let's call it for what it is. They are damaged women. And you can't disagree because you just can't look around you. Ain't none of them married. So, women like to sabotage shit. Okay, so if you have a bunch of damaged women and they see this woman that is all beautiful, sweet, and she's submissive to you and she's cooperating and she doesn't talk back, argue, she really loves this dude, what do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna bitch at her. Oh, you shouldn't be washing clothes. You're a pick-me. You're a little weak bitch. That's how these women, they'll talk like that. They'll talk like that. I'm telling you. I've had that happen with women that was from the United States and working in my family. So I know damn well if I brought a woman from Brazil, it would happen. He said he doesn't want to raise a dog here. Shoot up the dogs to the right. So how does in Guyana? How does $200 in Guyana spend? Would it spend the same as it would in the United States? So uh, you can buy a pair of shoes for $200 in the United States. Is that the same in Guyana or no? Because that would be, if it is, I'd be flying there right now. So am I talking about all American women or mostly Black American women? So because I'm Black, yes, I'm talking about Black women, but I am referring to all American women. But I think Black women have a lot of these things that I complain about. They have them the worst. But I mean, you can go online and see how these women talk online. It's everywhere. Yeah, I follow Passport Bros. I follow Dennis Jean Pierre, Check in Effect, One Master Teacher, and some other lesser known guys that follow me, but they have yeah. Yeah, the green card. Here's what I want y'all to say. The next time you hear that green card bullshit, since they like to shame, I shame back. I call them xenophobic. You're xenophobic. That's xenophobic. It's no different than if a black, like if I'm marrying a white woman and my mom says, "Oh, she's gonna be at Starbucks every day." That's a racist comment. So I know Barbara World, but I don't follow him. That's a racist comment. But if it's the same thing when you bring a foreign woman here and they say, "Oh, she just wants to get you for a green card," that's a xenophobic comment. That's the equivalent to making a racist comment towards a foreigner. So use that toward them and they'll shut up. Yeah, what's good, bro? I appreciate you contacting me earlier, man. I am glad hearing that these messages actually help you and help you relate, because I wish I had somebody doing this when I first found out. Are there $16 restaurants in Rio and Copacabana? Yeah, on average in Copacabana, I was eating, the closer you get towards the beach, the more expensive it is. Those restaurants, I was eating on average for like $12, but that food was off the chain. Was in the mall today with my husband and kids and dressing heels. All the women were staring at me like I was from another planet. Yeah, they're not feminine at all. These women are they damn near have balls. Barcelona. What's it like out there in Barcelona? I haven't even thought about going there yet. He said she's a lady. Yeah, she's a lady and she gets it. Brazilian women will stare at you when they want you. Yeah, if they like you, they will show you. American women, they can like you, you can get their number, and they'll act like they still don't like you. They'll be telling all their friends about you, but they won't even text you back. That shit's dumb. Anybody deal with that shit? So when I go to Colombia here, I'm going to Colombia in 4 weeks, and the entire trip will be vlogged. That way I'll have some boots on the ground. That way people know that I'm not just over here talking. I'm going to keep repeating and living these actions and rules or whatever that I'm preaching. But I honestly think, I haven't been to Colombia ever, but I don't think it's going to top Brazil, but I still got to do it. Because my thing is I'm going to go around everywhere and show y'all what's the difference and record everything. Yeah, and in Brazil, and they think that all the women in Brazil are poor. Like one of my homeboys, I hate it when he says this shit. He's like, "Oh, yeah, all those women do in Brazil is go to the gym and fuck." And I'm like, really? That's like ignorant. Like, damn. Again, it's xenophobic. It's xenophobic. That's no different than if a white person said all those black people do is smoke weed and rob people all day. That's the equivalent. That's the same thing. American women shame American men for going to foreign women because they know they can't compete. Yes. When I met my husband, I was cooking and cleaning, and he was in shock. We got taught this young. Yes. When I got out of the shower, no girl had swept, ironed my clothes, and did everything. I was like, damn. I had to go in my homeboy room and tell him, like, bro, she ironed the clothes. Like, I didn't even ask her to do that. Hell, American women don't even know how to iron. So yeah, you need to. Yeah, you're right. If you bring her back here, So the chick that I have from Brazil that's staying in the United States now, the area that she's living in is very conservative. Like it's nothing going on over there. Now she still has dudes approaching her, yeah, but it's not like if she was in New York City where it's gonna be a problem, like you know, or she can be influenced. But you know, there's Brazilian neighborhoods. That's where you want to move them to, so that way their people can hold them accountable. Carioca. So let me tell you this: whenever I was in Rio, the first time I went to Rio for a week, I only spent $400, and I was doing what the hell I wanted for $400. The second time, I only spent $2,000, but that was because of inflation, which wasn't that doesn't really affect our dollars a lot, but things did get a little more expensive. I stayed longer. We did more. I bought souvenirs. I bought clothes. So honestly, for 2 weeks, I would take no less than $1,500. You might not even spend all that, but to be safe, I would say 1,500. I've heard that about Guyana with the Indian. Yeah, South America is where it's at. So put it like this: if you've seen in the videos that I've had before, I had on like a pair of blue jean shorts. I got those in Rio, and those were like $15, and they're good quality too. In the United States, those would have been like $50. So Barca is what is cool. Way too many tours here. Ah, see, and that's why I'm going to the more poor countries where there's uh, less, because I don't want to go places where there's a lot of Americans. That's another thing about Colombia. Like, uh, I'm just hoping, like, damn, it's not a lot of Americans out there. Because in Rio, there's Americans, but it's not a lot of us. It's no, there's not a lot of Americans out there. I probably seen 10 Americans the entire time. Versus going to Mexico, that is America, depending on where you go. Let me see. Yeah, so here's the thing. It's as bad as YouTubers make it. The women that are in the United States, they have no talent. That's why they're on YouTube and Instagram shaking their ass. Have you ever noticed that they could be talking about a relationship thing, but they gotta have on the shortest shorts and they gotta make their ass pop, and they don't have any talent. That's all they got. Are Brazilian women picky? I'm gonna have to go with no, because I've seen some beautiful Brazilian women with some dudes that made it look like what the fuck, like this badass. Let me see if I can show you. I'm going live tomorrow with this dude, Afri Kingdom, at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you're watching up tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Let me see. I'm not gonna be able to find it now. But how do many of your family react to your views on foreign women? So my dad tried to say, oh, there's no reason for those women. They're not against it, first of all. But my dad was the only one that really said, oh, there's no reason for those women to come back. And I was like, why? There's no reason to get a woman from here. I mean, I'm generalizing. I know that all United States women are not the same, but for the most part, they are. Do they agree or disagree? I know men appreciate beauty. There's so many men unhappy with American women. So my dad, he actually called me, telling me, stop making those videos, stop making those videos. I'm not gonna stop. And he talked to me and kind of said, oh, I shouldn't bash American women or I shouldn't compare. And then at the end of the phone call, he spends like the last 2 minutes complaining about American women. The same things I said in the video. So Whether they want to say it or not, everybody agrees. They know what I'm talking about. I'm not saying he doesn't, but I'm just saying. Also for the guys in the group, Salvador Bahia, the Black Rome, yes, yes, yes. Has some of the most beautiful black women I've ever interacted with. Yes, that's where I'm going next. So when I go to Colombia, here's how cheap Colombia is. So there's Medellin, I think it's Catalea or something like that, and Cali, Colombia. A flight from, we're staying in Medellin, but a flight from Cali to Medellin is $40. So when I figured that out, I was like, oh shit, I thought it was gonna be like 150. I'm about to jump around the entire damn country of Colombia next month. That's too cheap for me to not jump around the country. And then the Airbnbs are like, it's $300 for 9 days at this Airbnb we're staying at. And it's in a tourist zone. Come on. Yeah, they're raised to be wives, and the women in the United States are raised to be independent, so they get an independent result. They need to quit complaining. They need to quit complaining because, yeah, you ever heard of an international passport? He's also, I don't think so. Let me look him up real quick. International passport. The guy I was telling you about, Salvador GMAC, are you in a Facebook group? If so, it sounds like you have a lot of experience. I'd appreciate if you went in there and joined and share. Oh, international passport, I do know him. If you went in there and you share some knowledge to everybody, because the Facebook group is officially this week just started getting the ball rolling where people are always communicating all day. And we do have spies joining the Facebook group. The Facebook group's name, I can't send the link right now, but it is Enlightened Western Men. Enlightened, like, you know, Western Men. What does my mom think about my videos? She agrees, but to be honest with you, I make most of my videos from watching my mother when I grew up. That's why I say I don't make this shit up. I've experienced it and I've seen it. A lot of stuff, and I'm trying not to throw her under the bus, but a lot of stuff that I talk about, I've seen it. Like the 5 phases of the modern woman, the spiritual phase. I got that from my mom. She kind of got offended when she saw that video, but she knows what I'm talking about. Oh no! I don't think you're trying to promote his channel, but I think American women in the 50s that was their peak, stunning, small waist, yeah. After the 50s, I actually have to agree with that. I think the 90s was maybe like the last little bit of substance they had. But I'm telling you, social media. Once social media popped up, shoot me a message, man. We'll talk about Medellin. Social media fucked these women up. Let me see. You said let you in. Oh shit. Okay, you are waiting. Yeah. Daniel Henry, right? And Brandon Hargrove. If you are Daniel Henry, let me know and I'll do it. I'm a Costa Rica guy like you, a Brazil guy. Awesome stuff you do. Thanks, man. I haven't been to Costa Rica, but there's a guy in the Facebook group, and it looks real good. I know 2 or 3 people have been. Cali, Colombia. Okay, I gotta go. I have to go there. Why try to find a new? Yeah, exactly. They make the needles everywhere else, all throughout South America, all throughout Asia, Africa for sure, Eastern Europe for sure, but they don't make them in the United States. They have the Chinese knockoff needles in the United States. That's what we have. Yeah, my moderator said he had reached out to you. He wanted you to reach back, but since you didn't answer any of the questions on the thing, man. We use that to collect data. What's going on, bro? Momo is on the live right now. The one that you said you were waiting to get back. You think I should go ahead and accept him? He's watching right now. Oh, Brandon Hargrove said they're watching, so okay. Let's see. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and add you in there. Phillips from RDC. Well, no, I've never heard that. I don't even know who that is. Yeah. Yeah. They're trying to spy. I had a woman try to join a Facebook group. What fucking nerve she has. We have a woman that wants to join a male space. A male, oh, we can't even have our own space. You're welcome. Male space. So here's the thing. When I find Storm, I'm replying to your comment. So whenever I find a place I like to travel to, I'll make a valid reason for me to go back. That way it can always be a tax write-off, right? So I used to like Austin, Texas. So I opened up a barber shop in Austin, Texas. That way, on my taxes, I can put I'm working because I was. So, but I can also be in my favorite city in Texas at the same time. I went to Brazil, and I was like, I gotta come back. So I wanted to, buy cheap property down there. But the thing is, since you are a foreigner and you don't have credit, it's still cheap, but you're gonna have to pay like 30 grand up front for an apartment, 40 grand, 50 grand. Or a unit, but you'll get your profit, but that's just not what I want to do. But yeah, you can do that, and maybe when I get down there, whenever I get my YouTube and stuff going, it's already going, but as time goes by, I'll go down there and open up an Airbnb. That way, I have a reasonable reason to. Yeah, they like invading male spaces. They're miserable people. American women are, it doesn't make sense how, I don't know. Women in America are raised to be independent of men. Latin and South American women are trained to be raised dependent. And yes, there's a huge difference. And the thing is, the American women, they try to make it seem like there's no difference. And you say, so you think y'all are the same? No. Okay, then there's a difference. There's a reason why men are traveling. Y'all are not the same. But yeah, Brazil is a great place to buy property. Thailand is too. You can stay in Thailand. You can have a high rise apartment, big ass apartment. I think for like $300 a month. Like you can survive. Not even call it survive. You can live in Thailand off of $1,000 a month. You can live in Thailand off $1,000 a month. You can live in Brazil. I would say. I heard it was 1,600, but I would have to budget myself. But the way how I was living out there, I wouldn't want to. But well, I guess if I was grocery shopping, because I was going to have to eat every meal, I would take like 7 grand a month. And see, in the United States, 7 grand a month is a shit. But in Brazil, that's 35,000 reais, and it spends like $35,000 with it. Yeah, so they'll go in a Facebook group and they'll be recording, and hey, they can expose me because I don't give a fuck. I say what I want because I know that it's coming from a place of experience, and if they want to challenge me, on this live right now, go ahead. I'm the one. I've always liked debating, but some of these topics I'm not going to debate about anymore because what I'm doing is I'm saying the same shit, just to different people. So, yeah, no. Some of them are getting a little tired because I'm just repeating myself. It's not even new Flamingo is nice. Yeah. Yeah. But Lauderdale's, that's where I stayed the first time. I love Lauderdale's. I love Lauderdale's because people there did not know, there was not a lot of English speakers. They knew a few words, and they didn't like tourists. I had to do is stick his middle finger up at me because I told him I was a gringo. But that's how you know you had that true local experience. It wasn't far from the tourist area, maybe like, 15 minutes in the Uber ride, but it was very Brazil. Whack 100, I appreciate it. I'm never gonna stop. And a lot of this information, unless you see my videos looking down, this is all off the top of the head. American women will never change no matter how many facts you put in front of them. And the thing is, they'll say the dumbest shit just to be right. Like the whole, all American women aren't the same. I'm not stupid. I know that. But they say that just so they can be right. They have to be right. The Brazilian women, they don't have to be right. They'll just say, okay, baby, I don't want to argue with you. That's what they'll say. My future plans is to buy property in Brazil and Airbnb it out. Yeah, oh yeah. That's perfect because what you have to realize is you're buying those properties for 30 grand, right? Which is cheap. But then you're also selling them at a high Brazilian price. It's usually too expensive for a Brazilian to afford. But for an American, we looking at $50 a night. Like, what the fuck? So it's gonna sell. It's gonna stay booked. Like the dude, we stayed with Roger J's, his very nice area, very nice apartment, very homey feeling. And that was in February. I went back in April to book it again for my trip in May. And that Airbnb was booked up all the way until October. It's like, it's still booked up now. You couldn't get it right now if you wanted to. So, yeah. Do $50 times a night times all those days in between. I've only been to Brazil, and I think that's where I'll move full time. I think wherever else I go in the world, I don't think it'll top Brazil. And really, yeah, I saw that you said that you wanted to go to Thailand and feel that is the move. I would just say make sure your country mind probably gives you land rights, and if they do, just buy condos in the Philippines. You can't own that if you're not. I've heard that about the Philippines. In Brazil, all you need is a CPF, which is like their version of a Social Security, and you just have to go to the post office, fill out a sheet, and it's like $2. It's actually like 7 reais, so it's like less $1 and some change. And I got mine 2 days later, so I have my CPF. So if I wanted to buy property, I have all I need. And that's what you actually need, a CPF to like sign up for a phone plan and gym and all that. They do have Hilton hotels. They do. They're all by the beach. And they're expensive as fuck. Compared to what you can get throughout the Airbnbs. I mean, they have $20 a night hotels in Brazil. $20 a night. Now, the first time I went, I was looking online, and I was like, hell no, that's too cheap. But I didn't think that's a currency conversion. That's the equivalent to a $100 a night hotel in the States. And it's the same quality that you would get for $100, $150 here in the United States. What's going on? I seen you repost the video, I think, right? So, back on topic, whenever you come back from Brazil, you will be fed up. The bullshit that you go through in the United States, you will be able to see it a lot more clear. The clarity for bullshit is higher. Okay, I immediately knew that women here just, they were bottom tier, basically. And it's sad to say that, basically. You can see through shit. You don't have tolerance for anybody's attitude. Oh, she can't drive you to come see you. She's late. Man, they were riding a goddamn city bus and they were not late to dates. I have never had one late date in Brazil. That's fucking crazy. Carnival in Brazil is the uh, the last week in the first week. Last week of February, the first week of March. And it's lit. Salvador, I heard, is lit too. It was so many women fucking in February. It was unreal. It was unreal, and they were all friendly. You had something there, but yeah, I hate that they do Carnival the same all throughout the world because I can't see myself not going to Brazil's Carnival. So it's like you had to make a decision because I want to go to Trinidad's, but I'm not missing Brazil's. A tech remote help desk job. I wouldn't have time for it, but if you join a Facebook group and post that in a Facebook group, I know a few other men that want to be digital nomads that do that. I want to do touristy stuff, then focus on meeting women in Rio. How would you structure your trip? So if you're gonna do touristy stuff in Rio, I would do that in the morning. But to be that's a very unrealistic thing you have right there. You say you want to do the touristy stuff first, then focus on meeting women. That's not gonna happen. I tried that because the first week it was so many women. I didn't do anything touristy besides look at the steps. I didn't do anything. I got lost. But the second time, we were like, okay, the first 3 days we're gonna do 3-4 days we're gonna do all the Jesus statue and look at all the stuff. I didn't do none of that. I think I went to the aquarium. I went to a slave plantation. I went to the floating restaurant. That is beautiful. The floating restaurant by the military base. Beautiful. Yeah, they're not gonna put the foreign women on Brazil's because they know men will be flocking to Brazil like crazy. One master teacher and Dennis Jean-Pierre Shannon both agree with you when, what does it say? When returning from Brazil and or most non-Westernized. Yeah. Whenever you return back, you are done. I'm done. I'll never be able to go back. I had a hookup buddy when I came back the second time, and every time I would go over there, she would just, I was like, I feel guilty. I gotta leave. And she was like, what's wrong? I gotta leave. And I was like, you watch my TikTok videos, right? You know I don't want to be here. You know I don't fuck with y'all. And I had to be like that. All American women are the same. Ma'am, I don't like you. Yeah, Brazilian women make sure you fed. Like when I went to see the chick that's out here right now from Brazil, they serve you a lot of food and they gonna make sure you eat all the food. That's what's up, man. Make sure you post that roadmap you're talking about in the group. We need as many people to sign up for that as we can so these dudes can stay gone and get what they want in these other countries. So let me tell you about the favelas. I went into 3 favelas. All of them were on accident. All of them. 2 of them was because supposedly it was a lot quicker because there was a lot of traffic during Carnival. The third time, my homeboy I went with, this was the second scariest thing that happened to me in Rio. So he wanted to go pick up this chick, and I wasn't thinking nothing of it. I fell asleep in the Uber, and I realized we done went past the airport, up north. We've been in the Uber like 30 minutes, and I'm like, where the fuck are we going? I was like, let me see the address, and he doesn't pay attention. I look at the address, the damn address at the top says favela, and what is it, Ducas de Caixas? And that's supposed to be like one of the worst favelas in the area. So I told the Uber driver, like, hey, take us back to the beach. And what he thinks is go pick them up in this favela, and then go back to the beach. So he keeps driving, stops and gets gas and everything, keeps driving. We get there, and I have never seen poverty like that in my fucking life. I was like, God, please do not let any of these dudes that's hanging around outside stop the damn car. I mean, a lot of the houses didn't have front doors on them. It was these dudes running around, riding the dirt bikes and shit. I was like, fuck, man, if they stopped the car, we probably about to get killed. But thank God nothing happened when we left. Now, I don't know if, I think I told y'all about the, I see American women, I say bye for each. Yeah, basically. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do a Brazil versus Colombia comparison. I think I'm still gonna like Brazil more, but I'm not gonna go there with that mentality. I'm gonna go there with an open mind. Uh, you can get more cooperation out of a 10 overseas. Yes, 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 yes. A 6 in the United States has more of an attitude than a 10 in Brazil. A 10, let me tell y'all something. A 10 in Brazil is insecure. She's insecure. There's so many beautiful women that beauty is not valued. So it's not uncommon to have a super bad chick in Brazil and like she's timid or she's just not that confident because there's so many of them there. That makes it odd that the fucking American women here that are 6 are like just fucking, they got their head up their ass. What do you say to those women that make videos about men like, you are going abroad, he must hate his race, he hates his mama? I think they're fucking stupid. Because that's another shaming tactic. They're like, oh, your mom's American, Austin. Yeah, some of the videos that I make, she fits into the category. And what's your fucking point? I'm making observations and I'm saying it. So when they say that, oh, you must hate your race or your mama. No. But they have nothing else to argue with, so they say dumb shit like that. That's why they say that. But I'm the one for that. I got energy. Black women that agree, and black men that agree, and black women that are mad. Yeah. Oh yeah. You're messed up. The women out here in the States went hella viral on YouTube. Keep preaching messaging. Yeah. Yeah, that video did a lot, man. I think that video in total has like, it has to have like, across all platforms, like 500,000 views. But that shit all came straight from the heart. The Facebook group is Enlightened Western Men. Enlightened, like your mind has been enlightened. Western Men. Sign language, yeah, perfect. That's sign language they had. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be fucking raped. So Lapa. Lapa is anybody familiar with Dallas here? Because Lapa, in my best explanation, is the equivalent to Deep Ellum without the shooting and killing. But Lapa is that, you can tell it's like on the lower side of Rio as far as economic. What's going on, bro? You stay consistent with those. I appreciate all that support, man. Lapa is going to be the cheapest, in my opinion, the cheapest spot that everybody's at and that you can drink in Rio. That's what I just say. I've gotten drunk. And the thing about Brazil is they'll bring you like these glasses that are like that big, right? And that much will be alcohol. So you get one drink, and then this shit is costing you like $6. And then you're straight for like 4 hours. And then that's another thing. When you come back from Brazil, you realize I don't even want to drink in the United States anymore because it's a fucking ripoff. It's not that, I know that the currency conversion, right? But you still look at how much alcohol they put in the drinks in the United States. They give you a glass this big, This much is alcohol. You go to Brazil, the glass is this big, this much is alcohol. It's completely different. Monk Mode Maniacs, let me see who that is. I'm gonna check him out. I got his page open right here, so I'm gonna look at it. I never heard of him. Yeah, I never heard of him. Deep Ellum in Brazil. Yeah, exactly. Lapa is Deep Ellum in Brazil. But Lapa, there's a lot of young people, right? Lapa is also like the equivalent to 6th Street in Austin, Texas. There's a lot of, you're gonna see a lot of people under 25. But there is a lot of beautiful women in Lapa. My God. Yeah, I seen that. He called me a Chad, and I don't know if that was a slug or what. I mean, either way, I don't give a damn. Either way, it was free advertisement, and it got me. The video got like 100,000 views, I think. But yeah, drinks here is 60% ice. So yeah, they man, you spot on with the fucking ice. You were spot on with the ice. 30%, 10%. So in the United States, you're gonna have to spend $90 to get lit. If you like, I feel like getting lit tonight. I'm not driving. You're gonna have to buy 4 shots. 4 shots. In Brazil, they put all that in 1 shot. I need to post some pictures on my TikTok of the alcohol I had. You gotta avoid the neighborhoods a lot. But yeah, I didn't even think about that. There is a lot of. Matter of fact, on the beach, I think that was in Copacabana. There was a tent that said "Hot Boy Summer." There was a bunch of gay dudes in there. That shit was funny. I had never seen that. I had never seen that till I went to Brazil. Homies was saying when you go to Brazil, Colombia, it's nothing for a man that speaks English to pull a 10 or get 100% cooperation. Yeah, I think they might be trying to make it sound like that. They're only fucking with you because you're American. I'm not gonna say being American does not help, but Caprinas, yeah. Am I saying right? Caprinas or Caparina? Caprina. Even the ones that the Caprinas they have at the Brazilian restaurants here in Texas, yeah, those hit. You only need 1 or 2 of those. Really 1. You get you had a vodka in there, and sometimes I mix them out with Red Bull, and that shit had me lit. Only thing about Caprinas is they have so much sugar. My teeth are so sensitive, I couldn't even brush my teeth the next day. Like, I did, but it was hard as hell. Yeah, it said Hot Boy Summer. It said Hot Boy Summer. Oh, Chad is a term for the top alpha male most women. Oh, it was a compliment. Oh, okay. I figured that, but I was like, I don't know. Is height a big deal? No. Nothing in the United States that's a big deal. In the United States is not a big deal in Brazil. Like your looks is not that big of a deal. I mean, they care. Everybody cares a little bit, but your finances. It's hit or miss. They don't have, but they're not materialistic people. I had a chick that I met. She was like, we're just, we live in the moment because we don't know where our lives are going. So yeah, they're not materialistic. In America, there are far more men in clubs than women. Yes, you are right. That is so annoying. You go to a club, there are more men than women. Yes. It's crazy. It is crazy. Yeah. Whenever you go to Brazil, forget all that bullshit you learn in the United States. Keep watching my page. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know. Yeah. Really, what is your YouTube channel? I'm going to go to your YouTube channel and subscribe. Yeah. Passed out day two in Rio off those joints. Yeah. Yeah. What are your 5 tips for me? 5 tips for meeting decent women in Rio? Go to the beach. First of all, just walk down the street. Just walk down the street. There's bad, beautiful women with substance everywhere. But if you want an instant result, go to Ipanema, any of the beaches. Go to the beach. Don't go to Baja da Tijuca. Don't go in the mall because it's very Americanized like there. There's like a lot of women with a pound of makeup on. I didn't like that. It's a nice area. It's very nice. It looks like you're in America, but they're wearing makeup. And I am fascinated with Brazilian women that wake up beautiful without the makeup. But yeah, go to the beach, meeting beautiful women. Learn Portuguese. Okay? Learn Portuguese. That's number 2. Let me think. What's the third way of meeting beautiful women in Rio? Quality women in Rio. Don't ever discriminate the ones that are from the favelas. Just because they live in the favelas does not mean that they don't have substance. I've been to Baja. I couldn't finish all 5 tips right now. I'd have to. I'm gonna have to get back. I'm gonna have to make a video on that. Let me write that down. I've been to Baja da Tijuca. Like I said, that it was very. It almost looked like you were in America. The malls were better than the American malls. They had expensive. They didn't have Gucci, but I mean, you know, they didn't have that type of expensive stuff. But they had expensive stuff that discredits the whole. Oh, it's a poor country. You know, that discredits that. Baja da Tijuca has some of the best clubs. The chick I'm talking to now, I met her working at one of those. It's very modern there, but it's very Americanized. Oh shit. Once I went to Brazil, my life has not been the same. Now I tried to get the Brazil tattoo here. I showed the damn tattoo artist the wrong thing, but I liked it that much to the point you can kind of see if I go back and I add color, you'll be able to see. I should have just got the regular flag instead of getting what I got, but I'm getting another tattoo here, and it's gonna be a passport and some stuff inside the passport, but yeah, yeah. I was just stating facts. I had to wake the people up. I tell you one thing, once you go to South America and you meet those women over there, that insomnia you've been having because you can't figure out why American women ain't giving you no play, it goes away. What's good? It's going good today, man. I've been making content all day, every day. Yeah, get in shape for yourself, not for women. But yeah, yeah. Brazil has more to offer than the United States. Hell, he went to Brazil to some of the very expensive areas. Yeah, Brazil has a lot more to offer. Starting with the social life. Starting with the social life. There's women that there are attention whores everywhere, but there's nowhere near as many attention whores in Brazil that get dressed up super nice just to reject men as there are in the United States. In the United States, it's a fucking epidemic for attention whores, ghosters. It's crazy, man. So get your passport. The tins are caked up with layers of makeup. Yeah, they're fucking up my white shirt. They're fucking up my white shirt. I'm tired of that shit. The chick I'm talking to now, I always thought she was wearing makeup. And I was just like, damn. So when I seen her, I did her face like this, and I'm like, you not wearing makeup? No, I don't ever wear makeup, only on special occasions. Only on special occasions? Damn. Y'all different out here. They different in Brazil. You know, in the United States, she's a 10, she come give you a hug. Well, I hope you didn't have any other dates lined up for the day, because she got her footprint on your shirt. She messed up your white shirt. I like my clothes. The dating market is a pandemic. Nobody's getting married. Roe v. Wade canceled the hot girl summer. No, I have not seen them reacting to American women, but I bet you they thought of them like they were very dumb. From a white tee to a red tee. Hell yeah. Man. They got all these requirements for you, and they won't even take care of their own skin to the point where they ain't got to put on so much goddamn makeup. There's nothing wrong with makeup, but they put on so much makeup. Of course, I'd rather you not have makeup, but they put on so much makeup. I mean, they got the pillowcases messed up. They fall asleep in the car and they gotta wipe it off the headrest. It's crazy. Women who are attention whores, ghosters, chicks with hella tattoos, multiple kids, dads, and tons of sucker. Yeah, damn, that's a good explanation. Whores, ghosters, attention whores, ghosters, chicks with hella tattoos, multiple kids, multiple baby daddies, and tons of psychological problems. Yeah, they're on medication. They're on medication. There are a lot of people on medication that you don't know about. Trust me. They're on medication. They popping pills. They need a Xanax. They need a Valium. That's why they pH off. Yeah. Yeah. The US is, you're giving all your money away. So, in Brazil, prostitutes. I'm gonna have to say 10 to 15% of the women I approached ended up being prostitutes. Beautiful women. Beautiful women. I'm like at the gym. And I'm like, shit. Like, I gotta go approach her. I said this in the video. I was like, I gotta go approach her. She knows a little bit of English. I'm looking at her like, man, like, this motherfucker is fine. And then she said it's gonna be 500 reais. And I was like, damn, you a prostitute? But most of them are regular girls. Now, part-timers, that's a scary thing. Because you're not gonna know if they're part-timers unless they tell you, or somebody else does. I think I know a part-timer, but I'm gonna hope she's not. Yeah, these women they're crazy out here, man. They have a lot of psychological problems. They always say, oh, Austin, who hurt you? You need to go to therapy. You need to heal. Yeah, bitch, from the shit y'all put us through. We got men out here that's having insomnia. because they don't know what the hell y'all got going on. It's crazy. Get your passport. It's that bad. That's the slogan. It's that bad. Get your passport. It's that bad. Yeah, they don't have accountability for anything. It's always the man's fault. And oh, when you come back from Brazil, you'll realize the tone of voice that these women had. So the chick that I was dealing with before I just went cold turkey, no more American women at all. She was talking to me and she was like asking me a question, but the tone of her voice, I had been hearing it before. It wasn't that bad, but the way how she said it, was just, I told her, I said, stop talking like that. You're combative. That's why you're single. You're so combative. And she's like, I'm not being combative. I was like, look at how you talking. Just stop. I said, I'm about to leave. I'm about to leave. Just leave me alone. Don't ever call me again. That's how, oh, because in Brazil, you get the soft, precious, please protect me voice. You'll never be the same. Uh, I can speak Portuguese fluently. Oh, yeah, I can speak Portuguese fluently. Uh, yeah, so I can distinguish, but they usually come right out and say it. But that's why I said it's scary. If they're part-time prostitutes and they look at you as a dude that they don't want to charge, then it's like, ah. Yeah, Dallas is terrible. I mean, United States is terrible in general, but like I said, it's better when I go to Austin, Texas. But Dallas is it's something in the water out here, man. They just they're retarded. Yeah, they're bipolar out here. They're combative. They're just there's no saving them, man. How did I learn to be fluent in Portuguese? So I used Duolingo, and I had women I was talking to in Brazil before I went. And Duolingo is actually a lot more effective than people think, because it makes it like a game, like flashcards. That video, I actually have a video coming out on that tomorrow. I think. Let me see. Yeah, that's coming out tomorrow. Uh, Flashcards. You have to say it verbal. You have to hear it and translate it, type it in. So they'll say things in English and then okay, type it in Portuguese, or they'll say something in Portuguese, okay, type it in English. And there's so much repetition that you're gonna learn. I would recommend practicing at least 1 to 2 hours a day, nothing less than that. That's if you want to learn it quick. Because in a month, I knew a lot. Now I know almost everything. Almost. I still haven't finished my course, but I've done enough of the course to know almost everything, and I love Portuguese. Yeah, so I listen to Brazilian music on a regular. I try to watch the movies in Portuguese, but that's another thing about learning Portuguese. There's so many things that you'll learn because when you learn Portuguese, they teach it to you the Portugal way, but Brazilians do it a little different. So you watch the movies, it's a little off. Carrollton, Texas, yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I'm actually in Louisville right now, so I'm right down the street from Carrollton. Say something in Portuguese. What do you want me to say? Tell me something. Give me a few things to translate, and I'll say it right here. Uh, I have not been to Sao Paulo. I've only been to Rio, and I almost couldn't leave Rio. Uh, do you suggest that one take a dating site? You can do Tinder and Hinge. They're completely different than the United States. Like the attention whores, they're almost non-existent. In the United States, we know like damn near 100% of women are attention whores on dating apps. What? Okay, so I thought about that. What to pack in your bag? So when you pack in a bag and you want to bring a plug, I forgot what type of plug. Look up what type of plug they have for the wall in Brazil. Bring like two of those. Oi, tudo bem, me carioca? Você fala português? Sim ou não? Bom dia, como você estás? That's good morning, how are you? But you're gonna bring two or three of those plugs. I'll bring shampoo, hair conditioner, because it's gonna be completely different down there when you get it. I actually like the toothbrushes better in Brazil. They have Colgate, but they have a different line of toothbrush. Bring that. What else? Bring a beach towel. No, buy a beach towel in Brazil. What you would pay for one here, you can get like four of them down there. What else did I bring? That's it. I just bring because everything else I would buy down there. I would buy it when I get down there. Oh, what clothes? Uh, Shorts. You can wear jeans too. A lot of people claim that if you wear jeans you get robbed. That's not true. They think that they look expensive. Yeah, no, I've worn jeans. Be careful. You're gonna bring a watch like gold, any jewelry. Be careful. Cause my girl said I asked her one time, I was like, "Hey, is it safe to wear jewelry in Rio?" She was like, "Yeah, only in the house." And I was like, "Oh." They have several videos of men and women getting robbed in broad daylight by 10 dudes with jewelry on. So be careful with jewelry. Bring, it depends. Oh, if you're going in January, it's going to be hot. That's their version of summertime. So bring summer clothes. Bring good walking shoes. Bring 2 or 3 pair of walking shoes. 2 at least. That's pretty much it. A lot of people wear shorts and tank tops. But hey, honestly, again, I'd buy clothes when I get down there. You just get a better deal. What's funny is they have a knockoff Netflix brand in Brazil. When I was in the mall in LeBlanc, they had a store that said Netflix, but they were selling shoes and shirts. I'm like, what the hell is this? I went in there, they're like $60 a shirt, knockoff. Have I ever ran into a conservative, submissive woman here in the U.S.? Yes. No, I haven't. No, actually, I haven't. I had this one chick I was dealing with. She stayed 30 minutes west of Dallas, and she would come over whenever I wanted to. There was no sex as a problem. She's very sweet, very quiet. She would cook. She would always answer the phone. She just was boring as hell. That was one thing. And she called me bro. And that's just sad because that's just something that a lot of American chicks have been conditioned to think that's okay to talk to men like they're their friends, like homeboys. You know, I'm not your bro. Don't call me bro. But borderline perfect, borderline feminist. They're still somewhat cooperative, but she was see Brazilian women, foreign women, they're 100%. They're 100% of the submissive cooperative, but you have American women, the ones that are like the most submissive, they're still at the most 60% of what we're asking for. 60%. Like if a Brazilian woman gets out of line with you, you ask her who is she talking to, she's gonna straighten up. If you tell an American woman that, y'all are gonna end up fighting. Yes, sir. You're welcome. Husband, I moved in Portugal. The West Indies doom. Cost of living is 50% cheaper. Yeah. Please don't let your son find a woman here. They are, yeah. Okay, so what city are you living in when you say you're going to Brazil once a month? Because even if you're in Miami, you're talking about, and this isn't a lot, but you're talking about like an $1,100, like a $900 plane ticket round trip. And if you're going once a month, I'm assuming you're only gonna stay like a week. You're talking like $400 for Airbnb. I mean, $1,500. Yeah. Yeah, the crazy thing is American women will fight you, but they won't fight over you. So they'll disrespect you once they got you, but they won't compete for you. And I'm not saying I want women to fight for me, but I'm just saying they won't. So when I was in Brazil, the chick that gave me back the dirty ass clothes, I had this other chick I was with a few days before, and she saw that I had that chick on my story. Everybody knows I'm single. And she's like, "Oh, I see you were with another woman last night, but you didn't even want to keep it discreet. It's just best we never talk again. We know Austin's numb. I don't give a fuck." So I said, "Oh, you don't want to talk anymore?" "No." I said, "Okay. Well, it was nice knowing you." And she just read the message. Hey, I don't give a fuck. I'm in Rio. There's like a gazillion of y'all out here. So then, later on that day, the other chick comes and sent me back the very close. She comes. And the chick that told me that we shouldn't talk anymore, she calls me one time. And then the other chick's like, "One of your bitches is calling." And I was like, well, just don't answer it. And then she calls again, but she's calling on Instagram. So the phone isn't ringing for like a minute, it's ringing for a long time. So when the phone rings for a long time, she's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go answer it." So she answered the video call. And I could understand she was telling her, "No, I've already met his family. You don't need to call him anymore. What do you want? I've been talking to him for 2 months." And then she told me to take a picture of us together sitting on the couch and to send it to the other girl. And I didn't give a fuck, so I did it. I don't have either one of them today. But that's the thing. They're going to compete. Like American women, unless if you're some super big shot Elon Musk, they're not gonna go through all that. And I'm not saying you should be putting them through all that, but I'm just saying they don't put in effort. They don't care about y'all. Oh, if you're in Tampa, yeah, you could do that, yeah. Yeah, now if you go to Colombia once a month, that's different. That's a 3-hour flight from Tampa, and that's a $200 flight. If you stay for a week, that's like $200. You only need like $300. So yeah, you looking at $600, $700 spare per month. Yeah. If I stayed in Tampa, I'd be doing the same thing. Brazilian women are possessive. The chick I'm talking to, man, when I went out there to go see her, she doesn't want me to go to Colombia. She threatened me with a knife too. Yeah, they compete. What's going on? Big Boda? Is that how you say it? Boda? The thing is, they have to compete in Brazil. They have to. It's stupid. Because if they don't compete, it's stupid. Okay, it's just like if you want a beautiful woman in the United States, there's not a lot of them. So if you want one, you better have your shit together. And she's still gonna be uncooperative. I'm staying in Copa near Postal 3. Is that an okay area? Yes. All of Copacabana is pretty much safe. I also hear that Ipanema is the best beach. Yes. Yes. Ipanema and Leblon. Leblon, yeah, but they're that's the bougier side. So, usually the more money you get, the less cooperation you get. And that's just me being honest. But all the women in Brazil will be cooperative, but I just noticed, not that they're not cooperative in Leblon, they're just not as easy to approach. Bro, address how USA women try to label traveling predatory. Oh, they are desperate to shame us. So they actually, I seen some dumbass dude. This is a man. When I first started doing this on TikTok a month ago, month and a half ago, he did a stitch, and he's like, be careful about what you say about how good those women in Brazil are. Their age of consent is 14. You think I'm going to another country to fuck with kids? Their age of consent. Be careful. So I'm gonna accidentally fuck a 14-year-old. 14-year-olds look 14. Like, at the most they can look as 18. And even then I would ask them how old they are if they look that young. I ask everybody how old they are, but I would ask them. And shit, even if I wanted to do that, not that I would, but I'm saying even if I wanted to do that, if it's legal in that country, it's legal. So what do you mean, be careful? You saying that shit like they're gonna take you to jail. But no, I don't fuck with 14-year-olds. I'm just saying. There's nothing about a 14-year-old that is attractive to me. So the why I stopped dating in the US video. 3 people dislike. I wonder what they dislike about that video. Most of my videos have like 100% likes. Except this one that says, do not marry an American woman. You know, those 20 are probably so-called men and salty American women that don't like it. What's going on, Cool J? I see you. Thank you. I appreciate your support in I've seen you all day today. I appreciate it. Yeah, the dating market is reversed. The men treat those women down there like shit. So, and that's the thing. It's just like here. Wherever you have a lot of something, you don't appreciate it. Just like the women here, they have a lot of dudes to pick from. That's why they treat us like shit. And that's why when those women come, when we go to Brazil and those women see us coming there, I don't think it's because, oh, they're American. I think it's because, hey, they know that we're going to treat them better. Because we don't have women like that. Right. Mr. DKB1, I appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, they don't like us being happy. They don't compare. And I like the pH thing. I always talk about the pH. I have never ran into one woman in Brazil that had a problem smelling like fish. When I'm saying pH, I'm not talking about, oh, she smells musty. They get to pass with that, right? Because if you sweat, it's not gonna smell fresh properly. I'm talking about the women that are running around here and they fill up the entire room. Yeah, that's a problem. When I went to Mavs, I never went to Mavs. I went to 4x4, and I'm not really into prostitutes, so I did that one time. But I will tell you, those prostitutes in there were so beautiful for prostitutes that they made it. They kind of made you worry. Like I said in the video, they made you worry. Like, okay, you know, are the regular chicks I'm approaching? Are some of them in here? That's what they look that good. Told you I approached one of them at the gym and she ended up being a prostitute. Yeah, the older women are competing with the younger women in the United States because they fucked their life up. So they have to compete. And the thing that's so stupid is these women that are in their 40s and mid 30s, they're going for dudes my age in their early 20s. And they're trying to start full-blown relationships with somebody 23 years old. That's not smart because right now Austin wants to get a lot of experience. That's not smart. Why would you? You should go for dudes your age. But the thing is, dudes their age that are 35 and they, oh, she's 35 still single. Gotta be something better. That's how those. That's. I'm not saying it's right. That's just how those men look at those women, and they're just gonna pump and dump them. I mean, they're good fun, but to hold on a long time, fuck no. They got a lot of trauma. Most of them. Yeah, they are definitely Viagra. Yeah, I had the best time of my life in Brazil. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, we're erasing them from existence, real for real. They're gonna die alone, and we're gonna go reproduce with other women, and we're gonna train our kids to not bring that bullshit back ever again. This shit's going down in the history books. The 50-year pandemic. Those prostitutes were charging like 40. You could have 3 of them at the same time for like 150, 180 bucks or something like that. But I didn't do that because if I'm gonna do that, I'm not using protection, and I'm definitely not hitting a fucking prostitute raw. Yeah. So in the United States, we have prostitutes that don't want to admit it. I'm sorry. If you have a date requirement number, if you require a cash app or your rent to be paid, you are a fucking prostitute by definition. Latin women are very approachable and cool as hell to be around. I mean, they make you feel love. You'll be sitting there at the dinner table and she just rubbing on your leg, rubbing on your arm. Ooh, let's not even talk about that plastic surgery. That plastic surgery, y'all. They killing me with that shit. And then I had some people try to down talk the Brazilian women. Oh, they got plastic surgery out there too. I said, I sure can't tell. I know they do. I can't tell. So they doing a better job on that shit than y'all. Like, I'm gonna show y'all something in the Facebook group right here. This dude is in Brazil. Yeah, booking info in the fucking bio. Yeah, that. And oh shit, they outside shooting. But they sitting on the couch and she enjoying whatever she doing in his hair, twisting his hair. And I bet you she does that every day. Oh yeah, BBL, yeah. Yeah, in Brazil, they're gonna have to tell you. If they got plastic surgery, they'd have to tell you. But shit, I was on the beach the first time I went out there, and there was this one black chick. She was like lighter. And I was like, God, I must have been choosing a far off distance, but I was looking at her from a distance, like for 10 minutes straight. I was just like, damn. Like we was sitting there eating, I couldn't take my eye off her. I couldn't. I had never seen a woman like that in person. Yeah, their butt is lifted and toned because they're walking up all those hills and those. In Brazil, there's a lot of hills and mountains, especially in Rio. So those favelas are on the hill, and them. He's right. That's like them doing the stairmaster every day. So they look good as hell. Let me look at some more stuff in the Facebook group. I know y'all seen this. This isn't even a black guy. This is a white guy telling y'all that he's not dating American women anymore. Cause he's in Brazil. He's been in Colombia, but he's in Brazil right here. Where the hell's the sound? Oh.
I will never date American women ever again. I've traveled to South America. I've been to Colombia. Now I'm in Brazil. I've noticed that the women here are a lot more traditional than United States. Let me tell you, I've lived in Miami for over 2 years, and it's very flashy there. A lot of the women believe in this independent, I don't need no man mentality. And I know a lot of other places in the United States have that same reputation where women want to behave like men and men want to behave like women. There's just this dissonance that gets created whenever genders become polarized. If you travel to countries like Brazil and Colombia, women over here are gonna behave like real women.
And that pretty much speaks for itself. And I'm gonna do some similar stuff when I get out there again. Every country I go to, I'm gonna do some similar. I'm gonna do some boots on the ground, first person view. Y'all know that I'm actually living this what I'm talking about, and I'm gonna show you. So I did not travel alone. I had one guy I went with, and I went with the same guy again the next time. We're going to Colombia. It's about to be 3 of us going, and it's another guy that's gonna already be out there, and we're gonna meet him. His TikTok name is Lion Amongst HEE. You can't see the rest. Lion Amongst AOM GSTSHEE, and then that's all it's showing. It has a bunch of periods. "40 to 50-year-olds with body, yeah. It's some 40. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, Lions amongst the there's some 40 to 50-year-olds out there that you brought into the U.S. dudes will lose their damn mind. So what mistakes did I make? So I think I told y'all about the time that the police stuck us up. So we were going to Barra da Tijuca. We were going to a club, and it was late at night, and I didn't know that if 2 people are in an Uber at the same time, they stop it. Especially if they're black. I'm not here to pull a race card or nothing, I'm just saying. This is an observation. These are all observations. So we were going to Barra da Tijuca, and there's a checkpoint on the freeway on the way there. And there's these 2 cops, and they have their assault rifles in their hand like they're looking for somebody. Like they're already in kind of like an aggressive state. And oh, you can go. He looked at our Uber driver, he's like, you can go. He looks in the back seat, and he checks again, looks in the back seat, he sees us, and he's like, pull over. And whenever he pulled over, the car was pulled over to the shoulder, he put the gun up to the window like this, but slammed it. And Dex was like, shit. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, oh shit, he must have the wrong guy. I was like, he's got the wrong guy. And so he's yelling in Portuguese, like, get out. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And so he already has his gun on the window. So I'm not moving. I'm not doing shit. Because, in the United States, you make a slight move, the police will shoot you. Over there, it's not like that. But don't test it. And so the other cop comes and opens the guy's window that was sitting next to me, my homeboy. He opens his door. And the first cop comes around and opens my door, gets me out. And when he gets me out, he puts the gun up to my face like this, like right here. And so I'm looking down the barrel of like a fucking M16. It wasn't an AR-15, it must have been an M16. And he's telling me, walk behind the car, go behind the car. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. He's like, oh, you don't know, shut up. I'm like, oh shit, this motherfucker's about to shoot me. And I kind of just accepted it, like, He's about to fucking kill us both. And I looked over, and my homeboy had a laser on his chest, and he's like, I don't know. And the cop isn't being so aggressive with him though. He's being aggressive with me though. They're pretty much watching us. And when I realized the Portuguese wasn't working, I pulled out that English on his ass. And I was like, we're from Estados Unidos. And then literally they went from like this, and the both was like, oh, relax. And I was like, there's no way in hell, you can just flip like that. And I just looked at the ground, because he had me shook. So I looked at the ground and I was like, oh shit, no. And he starts kind of laughing a little bit, like, relax. Get back in the car. So we got in the car, and he's like, oh, just let me see the ID. And we looked at the ID, and he's like, okay, here you go, leave. And I was like, what the fuck? And so we left, and I was just sitting there like, I almost just fucking died. Yeah, they treat you differently, yeah. Oh yeah. So I was like, I almost just fucking died. And I asked the Uber driver. By the way, the Uber driver was laughing. When I looked over to look at my homeboy, the Uber driver was laughing at the whole situation. The shit wasn't funny to me at all, so I don't know what that was about. And I was like, why did they do that? And he was like, oh, you must have flinched whenever the police looked at you. And I was like, dude, we've been seeing these military police the entire, like, they've been everywhere. Why the fuck would I flinch all of a sudden? And I wasn't gonna report it to the embassy because I want to go back to Brazil. I don't want them like, oh, that's that motherfucker that reported, let's go rob him. Like, no. Well, they probably wouldn't do that, but I just don't want to do that. And he was like, yeah, had y'all, if y'all were American, they would have shot y'all. And I was like, but for what though? He's like, that's just what they do. And I was like, okay, well, just take us to the club. They didn't do nothing. We went over there. I was like, it's okay. When I get to the club, I'll just drink and we'll be fine. When I tell you I got fucked up, and I still was just sitting there just staring at the ground like I almost just died. Like, I've had like 5 shots of gin back to back. I still couldn't get it off my mind. And man, we were telling everybody, and they was like, oh yeah, they would have robbed y'all, they would have beat y'all up with the gun. I told the chick that the one that was sweeping and shit, I was like, I need somebody, I need you to come over. The police just fucking put the gun up in my face. I thought I was about to die. And whenever you get shook or your emotions get shook up and you get like that tumor in your head, and I was like, I'm gonna have to cry. So when I got there and she got there, I'm not even gonna lie, I cried. I cried a lot too because I was shook and I had to let it out of my mind. But she was telling us like, yeah, if you were Brazilian, they was gonna beat y'all up real bad and rob y'all. And I was like, oh, well. But it wasn't that bad because I took my ass back 3 months later. And I'll be going back again. What's going on? But yeah, I'll be going back again. It wasn't that bad. But when I got to the Airbnb, I cried because I had never gotten shook like that. Ever. I've had near-death experiences in life, but I've never had a I can see it coming type shit. That shit was different. I was looking at it come. Like, he had and the thing is, he had the gun and he wasn't just pointing, he was doing it like this. And he was screaming while he was doing it. So I was like, shit, like, in a minute, he's just gonna accidentally shoot me. Yeah, the police, I don't think it's a cartel thing. That's just how the police are. They're military police. They're not made to police. They're made to. So I'm gonna tell you another thing. So when I went to this chick's house, she stayed in the north zone of Rio. So it was like an hour out. Far out. She stayed far. It took an hour to get there. She had a really nice apartment too. But I didn't like her enough to spend the night. So I went out there and We got searched on the way there. Whenever she said, oh, he's an American. He's like, oh, y'all both gotta get out there. So we got out. He took everything out of my wallet, made me empty my pockets. And you don't have any drugs on you, do you know? Let's go. She was scared. She's like, I'm just so honest. I was just hoping you weren't lying that you didn't have any drugs on you because they would took me to jail. Anyway, I went there, came back. On the way back, there was a checkpoint. It's late at night. It's like 11:30, and the Uber driver lets down all the windows and then turns on the light in the center of the car. And there's like 15, like these aren't even police, they're like soldiers. And there's like 15 of them. They got on like the camo gear. They got the assault rifles out. They sitting on the top of the truck and shit. They got the helmet on where you can't see their face. And he just slowed down a little bit, but he didn't stop. I think if it would have been two of us, they would have stopped us. Thank God, because I did not want to get stopped by them. Because you can look at them and tell, like, they're not about to take anybody to jail. Like, I think if they catch a drug dealer or something, they're probably about to shoot them. Which, you hear about that in real. If you go look at the president of Brazil, he actually said on when he was running for president that he believes that those criminals should be shot on sight. Just like the Philippines. So, I'm just saying, but that's not a problem being an American. I think, I've never been robbed, but I've heard of Americans getting robbed by the police, but they ain't gonna rob me for shit, I ain't got shit. But, yeah, that was different. But those police are different. When I was out there, I was at the gym, and, when I was doing a little Stairmaster, I'm looking at the news, and there was a favela in Centro, which is, Center Rio. They went back there and did a raid and killed 11 people. I was telling Patrick about this earlier. They killed 11 people. Well, see, the thing is, we weren't even in the hood. In Brazil, when you go in and outside of the city, there is checkpoints, and that's just for, security purposes, because they have bad crime there. No, and I'll tell you this, guys, the whole pickpocket, I'm not gonna say that's not happening. Yeah, Trump is Bolsonaro's the Brazilian Trump, yeah. You can get a gun in Brazil, but I heard they have limits on how, I think you can only buy like 200 bullets a year or something like that. But that's why they don't have any mass shootings, because there isn't a mass number, The nightlife, I'm gonna get to that question about the petty crime. The nightlife is not expensive. We went to the most expensive, as they say, club in Barra da Tijuca, and this chick DM me, she's like, that's like the most expensive club. It's like 6 reais, 6 their currency, 6 reais for a bottle of water. That's like $1. That shit costs more than $1 here. But anyway, we got a table with a bottle of vodka and like 5 Red Bulls. And that shit was like $30. So it's cheap. A table in the United States with no alcohol in Dallas, that shit is $500. The United States is a fucking ripoff. I would agree. I think we need Trump back in the USA too. But petty crime. So no, I never got pickpocketed. I never felt like I was gonna get pickpocketed. It's all about being street smart. I mean, when I got in large crowds, I would put my wallet in my front pocket and not the back pocket. So, but I mean, no. Now you do have to be careful if there are women that approach you. I've heard about if women approach you, you have to check around because they usually have little kids that are going in your back pocket when they start flirting with you. Rochina, I think that's what it was. Rochina's a north zone, right? I think that's where I was at. Rochina. I had on blue jeans, a t-shirt, and some white sneakers at that club. But I seen another American dude. He had on some shorts and like a little button down. I don't know if they had a dress code. As long as you weren't wearing like some sweats, I think. But you could have on a t-shirt, shorts, and yeah. As long as your shit looked presentable. Oh, okay. No, that's not the same place I'm thinking about then. Yeah. Oh, a table. Yeah. Anytime you fuck off, because the thing about it in Brazil is there's this place called Arena Paraíso. Arena Paraíso. Everybody in there had a section. Either they had a table or they had a couch. Of course, the couches are going to cost more, but everybody had one, and that's because it's affordable. In the United States, that's just because even if it's $30 in United States money, in Brazil that's $150. If I went to a club and they say, "Oh, it's $150 for a table," I mean that's a lot of money, but not a lot of money. But I mean, you know, that's still I can do that. But when we start talking $500, I'm starting to second guess it. Like, damn, that's a portion of your fucking rent. Yeah, these chicks flake too much. Fuck that. I gotta go to Kenya, man. I heard and I seen that. Let me look at some pictures. A dude in the Facebook group, I think, put up. No, that was somebody else's Facebook group. Put up some Kenya women. And I was like, Jesus Christ. See, and this is what I don't like about it, right? Because you go look up women in other countries, and this is what they show you. They show you this. They don't show you the good ones. Casa Blanc Rio. I went there, and I think I went there on the wrong day. There wasn't a lot of women in there that day. Now this is a woman in Kenya that they should have shown me for the jump. She's not a 10, but she's a good one. But it gets better than that, I'm pretty sure. Uh-oh, they got a modern woman in Kenya. She's an American. That's what y'all like. That's what y'all like. House of Lamar, I'm assuming when you said thick, that's what you meant. You meant that kind of thick. You don't have to be a club guy. I'm gonna tell you how you meet the best Brazilian women. You walk down the street. They're everywhere. Thank you, Byron. I'm trying to save lives. A lot of people told me I've already saved their lives though. So it's working. Casa Blanc Rio was nice. I could tell there's some nice women in there. I've seen some women on Instagram that's there, but just not the night we went there. It was a handful of them, and they weren't all that. Is everybody in here in the Facebook group? If you are not in the Facebook group, join now. Enlightened Western Men. We officially have 244 members. Enlightened Western Men. So I went. What day of the week was that when I went to Casa Blanc? I have it in my phone. I think I went to Casa Blanc Rio on a Sunday. No. But I tell you one thing, In Madueta, you knew you were in a black neighborhood because there was no police there. So that's another thing. There was a lot of people. It was a way poor. Madueta seemed way more poor than the rest of Rio. It wasn't a favela though. But there was no police, and there was a bunch of young dudes outside, like in the hundreds, and we stood out. You could tell that, oh yeah, either they got money or they're not from here, because the people, we were dressed too far apart from them. And we still didn't get any mugs. We didn't get anybody looking like they were attempting to rob us, looking like they thought about robbing. Like, we didn't get any of that. So all that bullshit about Brazil being unsafe, that's bullshit. Not saying it doesn't happen, but it's bullshit. Was it a challenge to not catch feelings? Sunshine pussy. The first time I was catching feelings, but that's because I wasn't used to that treatment. The second time I went down there and played shit. Yeah. Oh, they genetically modified. MJ, I have a mic. This phone is sitting on the mic. And the mic, I do have a mic that I wear on my shirt. I think my audio sounds good. I seen somebody, I don't know if that was you, I seen somebody comment something about my audio earlier. I don't think anything's wrong with my audio. Let me show you.
Hello, everybody. So, today is, it's messed up right here. But yeah, anyway, let's
I think it sounds good.
define prostitution.
Ooh. So this video is coming out what day? This video is coming out August 2nd, and it's about simps like this have made it worse to date in the simps like this have made most women in the United States very stupid. And I stand by this. Look at this shit. Send me some recommendations, man. I'll take it into consideration for sure. Wait a minute. Where's the damn picture
And today we'll be talking about a reason why you cannot date in the United States anymore. So, you cannot date in the United States because of men like this. I'm gonna put a picture on screen up here of a man that texted my girl that he would basically give her a $5,000
What the fuck?
And this is not the only reason, this is one big reason why you cannot date in the United States.
Damn, man. I'm gonna have to redo that video. Well, anyway, there was a picture of the dude that said there was a $5,000 weekly allowance, but I guess that didn't pop up, so I'm gonna have to redo that. Fuck. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, in August, we're going to Colombia. We are going. Literally parties on every single block near Casablanca. I heard that, and I was looking for that, but it was so dark, and I was new to that area. We didn't want to walk around. We were dressed we didn't blend in enough to be walking around like that. But I did hear about that. I'm gonna check that out next time. Because I heard they were telling me, even the chick I was talking to, she got kind of jealous. She was like, there's a lot of, and she was a beautiful chick. She was like, you might find a woman prettier than me out there. And I was like, oh, damn, it's like that. But I didn't see that when I got there. So I was telling my homie, maybe we on the wrong side, but I should have asked some people where the party's at. Yeah, American women date to play games. Foreign women date with American women. Those are the only women that you need to have game to talk to. The whole, you need a strategy, and those are the only women for that. You don't need a strategy to date a Brazilian woman. You just need to be yourself, have some sort of charisma, some sort of, sweet talk, something. They're still people. But that's all you need. So, yeah, Brazilian chicks catch feelings very fast. See, the difference between them and the United States chicks is, yeah, United States, ooh, that side chicks at best. That is perfect. So, Brazil, I talk about how women over 30, they want to, you meet them Monday, you need to be a boyfriend by the next Monday. Then next month you need to be out proposing them. Then the month after they need to be married. Usually women after 30 move that fast, and then they don't offer you shit in between. But in Brazil, they don't move that fast, but they move fast. And they don't want you to talk to anybody. They don't want you to talk to anybody else right away. After y'all have sex, it's over with. You are hers. You can't talk to anybody else. What is my thoughts on AMS? So that was the first guy I found in the manosphere. When I was in college and I was running into problems, and I literally was Googling shit like how to text women. I have been texting women successfully my whole life since I started puberty. But 2017, that's around the time that this 2015, 16, 17, that's around the time this dating bullshit started to get like just fucked. Like the dating pool has always been getting bad, I heard, but it started getting bad. Because that's when Instagram, 2015, 16, 17, that's when Instagram started to blow up. Like people had been on there, but it started to blow up around that time. And yeah. But Alpha Male, I watched a lot of his videos and people try to shame like, oh, you're having dating problems, why are you watching that? And I stopped watching it. But he's a little, I say he exaggerates a little bit, right? Like he said he gets a chick's number and he waits 10 days to call her. And this is before his YouTube like blew up. As a regular guy, I'm gonna tell you not to do that. 10 days? Now he could probably do that now because he's technically a celebrity. But 10 days? Damn. Like you would have to be somebody like important. Like if I got Rihanna's number, she didn't call me back until 10 days later. Okay. But some regular chick, I'm gonna be like, bitch, if you don't get off my phone. I seen that. And he had a video talking about, oh, foreign women ain't no better. He ain't even been nowhere. And you can't count the foreign women that come and immigrate to the United States. Those don't count. Go to where these women are born at and in their natural environment. Hold on, let me send this text. Yeah, he said 10 days. And then, man, there's so many games that people play in the United States is not even worth it, man. Just like there's a game that men play with women that says, hey, once you fuck them, nut the first time, but then the next time y'all hook up again, don't nut. That way you can play where it is. Like, okay, that's a cool manipulation trick, but why the fuck would I want to do that? And I said that in the video, why would I want to do that shit? Why would I want to wait 10 days? Why would I want to play all these games? Look, either you want to fuck with me or you don't. That's the type of guy I am. Either you want to fuck with me or you don't. You want to have sex with me. You know, you want to go on a date with me. All this game shit, fuck that shit, man. And I got some game, but fuck that shit. Western women put too much emphasis on a man's height because they need someone bigger than them. Western women tend to not be fit, so they need a tall man. Western women don't need anybody. Yeah, the dating coaches are about to come to you next because brothers leaving the USA is bad for their views. And they can come at me, and I'm gonna shut that shit down. Because let's be honest, most of those dating coaches, they getting trash ass women. They getting trash women. They telling women, they telling men to do this, that, and that. But these women are a 7 at best. If that's all, if that's what we call success, I would have stayed in the United States. They hitting 7s at you can we can run through this now. The 6s and 7s do have their head up there, yeah. But who the hell can't run through the 6s and the 7s? I'm talking about we trying to get the 8s, 9s, and 10s. Ain't nobody. We ain't going overseas for 7s. The fuck? And AMS, he has some good information, but man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I actually dead ass, I get depressed. It kind of brings down my mood to listen to this because it's not because of him, it's because the topic he's talking about just depresses me. Like the way how the women act, that shit is just depressing. The whole dating scene here is just depressing. Yeah, they're linebackers. Yeah, you don't need any game. Let them choose you. Exactly. Yeah, after you come back from, dating, once you go to Brazil, dating in the United States is over with. I said, I got a new video, it hasn't came out yet. I said these chicks in the United States couldn't give me an erection. I'm gonna have to take that Royal Honey if I want to sleep with one of them. That's why the chick I'm talking to now, when I be hanging out with my homeboy, she like, you probably with a bunch of women. Nah, and if I was, they wouldn't be talking about shit either. For real. These women here, man, they damn near serve no purpose, man. So here goes the text that he texted her. Yeah, they want you to put up with it. I'm telling men, do not put up with this shit. Yeah, the Royal Honey. I tried that Royal Honey. I usually take the ether pills, right? I tried that Royal Honey for the first time back in December. My homeboy gave me one. And I tried it. I was rock solid for 3 hours. 3 hours. Rock solid. Like, I was like, okay. When I take this, I'm gonna show my ass. Like, I'm gonna show my ass. Like, you cannot not show your ass with the honey. Google Royal Honey. Let me make sure they got the website. Well, they got it. Let me find it. Guys, I just gave y'all. I should have charged y'all. It takes about 45 minutes to kick in. I should have charged y'all for telling y'all about that honey. I'm not telling y'all shit else like that for free. So, when you don't buy it off Amazon, don't buy it from their official website. They do fast shipping. But you want to buy it from their official website. So, let's see, where's their official website? U.S. Royal Honey. So, yeah, it's a different type of boner. So, this is the honey. You want to get that one at this website. usroyalhoney.com. Get the ultimate power source. You can get the extra strength, but I haven't had that one. I just had this one. So I'm telling you, y'all get that honey, it's a wrap. It's $40 for a box of 12. And really on the cooler, shit kind of lasts 2 days. Like, you'll notice like the day after, your shit will get up and it'll be like strong, like solid. Like, your shit will be damn near throbbing. Yeah, don't take the knockoff shit, because I had the knockoff shit. I bought the knockoff shit in Brazil. Any side effects? Good question. So I have if you are allergic to pollen very bad like me, be careful, because this will congest you if you have allergies. Take it and then take allergy medicine, but sometimes it can be so strong that allergy medicine helps bury it. Take this, take allergy medicine, because you'll get congested, your mouth will get dry, so you gotta drink a lot of water. That's fine though, that's not too big of a deal. And if anybody else can relate to this, the honey will stiffen you up. It'll stiffen you up, stiffen your muscles up. So like, that's why you gotta drink a lot of water. You're gonna notice if you try to stretch, but fuck all that. Those side effects are worth it, because I can tell you, every time I have taken the honey, I was flawless. Let me brag a little. I was perfect. When I took the honey, I was perfect. I was perfect. I was perfect. I'm 23. You're striving to be a doctor, so you still have a lot more time in school. Would I advise ignoring women because of how they are? I mean, try. Everybody's results might be different. Try. But honestly, man, it's just try first. Try and then message me and tell me what's happening, and then we'll talk about it. But try. I wouldn't ignore women right now though, because doctors take like 10 years to go to school, right? And that's a long time to not get no action, man. Yeah. Oh, that honey is a flawless victory. Get 8 hours of sleep. They got a lot of shit. Get 8 hours of sleep. I shouldn't have told y'all about that honey for free. Get 8 hours of sleep. Take that honey, and it's over with. Yeah, definitely don't take them serious. Any plans to travel to Thailand? Yeah, I'm going there in May. Try the royal honey. Try the royal honey. I'm telling you. Only the royal honey. No, it's not dangerous. Now, like I said, if you have allergies, that at the most you may have an allergic reaction because it's honey. But that's such a low chance. But hey, I'm not responsible if anything happens. But the chance of you having an allergic reaction so bad to honey is low. Mid to low. I have bad allergies and it wasn't that bad. Yeah, we'll take the honey before you blow it back out. Take the honey before you blow it back out. Well, I appreciate y'all watching. It is 10:32 or something like that. I think it's 10:32. I'm going live again tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time with the OG in the Manosphere, the Travel Man. we will be on there. He just sent me some questions, so I'm actually about to go over and look over those and get ready for tomorrow. And please be there, because I'm almost at monetization stage. I need a couple more. I need like maybe 2,000 more hours. That's why I stayed on here so long, because I didn't do it talking, but I need my watch hours to build up. So I'm almost there, and I'm trying to do another 2 hours, 3 hours, however long it takes tomorrow. And I'll see y'all then. Make sure y'all join the Facebook group. Pay attention to the TikTok, because y'all know I post on TikTok. I post all my little small thoughts that apply to these topics on TikTok, and I do long videos over them here. And I appreciate it, man. I'm gonna follow you back. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Good night. Thank you. Blessings to you too. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow. TikTok, Austin Holland. Everything is Austin Holland.